This is Josh Cruz. My tip for the week is on the fact that there is actually no cookie cutter golf swing. There are teachers out there who try to say, hey, there is a cookie cutter model golf swing, whether it be Ernie Els, Tiger Woods, Iron Byron, Ben Hogan, whatever, that really every golfer should be striving towards. I don't believe in that one bit. I don't think you should either, because there is no perfect golf swing. Even Tiger Woods, for instance, he has one of the, quote, mechanically perfect golf swings, or one of the most mechanically perfect golf swings of all time. He changes his swing every year, or every couple of years. It amazes me, the talent he has, and he changes his swing, which just goes to show you there's no cookie cutter golf swing. Therefore, there's no cookie cutter golf swing fix. There's no cookie cutter instruction. Most people try to say, hey, you take your swing and do this. I don't say that. I don't think you should fall into that philosophy or fall into that trap. I think you should take your swing and tweak it a little bit. What in your swing works? What doesn't work? How can we change something in it so that boom, you start hitting the ball better? It's not going to happen overnight. It's not the snap of the fingers, but it's going to happen a lot quicker than if you try to go from here to here. You just go, gradually improve on your swing, okay? Case in point, I recently had the opportunity to teach a young golfer. He's, I believe, 19 years old. He plays for Rice University in Houston. Great hitter, great golf swing, unbelievable rhythm. He contacted me, said, hey, I want to hit a driver further. I want to fix something in my swing. So we went to the range, we got him on the vector launch monitor, we looked at some things, and he told me, I was surprised to find out when he told me that, hey, my swing flaw is that I chicken wing it at impact. And I said, you chicken wing it? Really? He said, yeah, and he's a top collegiate golfer. I said, so you chicken wing it? How so I said, you know what, let's not talk about it, let's see you hit a few shots. He hit a few wedges, a few 8-irons, a few 5-irons. It was tough to see because his rhythm is so good. And when someone's swing is that good, when they're a top golfer, whether it be college level, mini tour, nationwide, PGA, it's tough to find the swing flaws. Okay. However, I watched him. I said, okay, why don't you hit me a couple drivers? And he's like, hey, what do you see? I said, you know what? Just hit a couple drivers. Let me look at it. So he hit a couple drivers, and I immediately saw, well, not immediately, but after maybe 10 total swings, I saw what the problem was. And it wasn't that he was chicken winging it. And this is where things have been going wrong for him. And I'll show you with a club. His whole life, he had tried to fix a chicken wing. Okay, his entire life, he's trying to keep his swing from doing this number. Okay, and he's focusing right here, which is all wrong. He shouldn't be focusing there, because I noticed something almost instantly once I saw the driver, because it was a little more pronounced. With a wedge, with an 8-iron, it was he was a little more rotation or rotary in his golf swing. But the problem is that he was getting about here and just sliding his hips. Okay, so when he slid his hips, they stopped turning through the ball. Okay, now once he got there, there's only one place for him to go to release it. Is his arm was doing this. It's very hard to get it to rotate if your hips aren't rotating. So basically what I told him, I said, look, what you need to do is focus on your left hip. He said, my left hip? I said, yeah, all you got to do is focus on getting your left hip more around. And he had such a pronounced hip drive towards the target that I said, don't even worry about it. You're not going to reverse pivot. Don't worry about that. I just want you to focus on when you get to the top of the swing, turning your left hip and you'll still get to the left side, but turning your left hip and obviously keep the spine angle and head and everything behind the ball, but turning your left hip, and what that did is that immediately got him releasing with his left arm close to his body, because as he was turning, it was very simple for him to release, whereas when he was blocking through the shot, there was nowhere for him to go. I mean, he would have to really struggle to release it. So naturally, he just chicken winged it through the ball. And I said, look, turn your hips. Don't worry about thinking about your arm or anything. I showed him on camera, and instantly his swing looked better. It took him about 30 to 40 balls to get the timing down on it, but he instantly started hitting the ball better. And what's funny is he actually told me after the session, he said, you know what? I've been trying to cure this for 19 years. 19 years I've chicken winged it. He started at a very young age. I started at 10, so he already had 10 years on me. But anyway, so he said, for 19 years I've been trying to fix his chicken wing. And, you know, you fixed it immediately. I said, I didn't fix it. You know, I just pointed out that you need to turn your hips a little more. I said, you fixed it. I mean, because he followed everything perfect. And his rhythm was so good, and it's worth pointing out that since his rhythm was so good, it smoothed over the chicken wing flaw for most swings, especially, you know, 4-iron and under. Once he got up to the longer clubs, you know, a little harder swing, a little harder hip drive, it started to become more pronounced. But his rhythm was so good that it'll smooth over swing flaws. Everyone's got a swing flaw, sometimes multiple swing flaws. But if you've got good rhythm, you can still play some good golf. It was great to see him actually improve and notice an improvement that quickly, and that's what we're looking for here. And I'm looking at a small change that will help his entire swing and his entire swing, not someone else's. I'm not trying to, you know, he shouldn't try to fit into a cookie cutter mold where you're just restricted in what you can do. So that's the tip for the week. Go out there, work on your swing, work on improving your swing, and your game will come.